Terry, you honor Terry, Brian, please. Please stand.
We'll go to the Lord in prayer. Lord Jesus, we thank you for all your blessings, especially for the breath of life. We pray, Lord Father, that you bless our community, bless our leaders, dear God, to make the right decisions for us and the community and the citizens. We thank you most of all for salvation, for what you did at the cross of Calvary as you shed the blood. The Bible says, Lord Father, without the shedding of blood, there is no remission of forgiveness, but there is forgiveness from the cross of Calvary. The Bible says, let us be looking for your appearing as you are soon coming to get the church. And God, we pray, Lord Father, for those less fortunate we are, that you supply their need. Do remember those that has cancer and all these different diseases, that you would touch and heal them if it's your will. Remember those in the nursing home, the hospitals. Remember our veterans. Remember our people in the military. Remember our country and our nation. That we come into God. We pray that you bless this meeting. We'll give you the honor, praise, and glory that you deserve. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. Do the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. Joy, you call the roll, please.
Mr. Bollinger.
Here.
Mr. Fannin.
Here.
Mr. Hatmaker.
Here.
Mayor Stanfield.
Here.
Ms. Thompson. Here.
Motion carried. Item number 4, you have a copy of the minutes from your last meeting in August. What's the pleasure, council?
Move to approve.
Have a second.
Second.
Call the roll.
Mr. Bollinger.
Yes.
Mr. Fannin.
Yes.
Mr. Hatmaker.
Here.
Ms.
Yes.
Ms. Thompson. Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 5, reports from your boards, committees, or department heads. What's the council's pleasure?
Move to approve.
Have a motion from Bob. Have a second.
Second.
Call the roll.
Mr. Bollinger.
Yes.
Mr. Fannin.
Yes.
Mr. Hatmaker.
Yes.
Ms. Thompson. Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 6, any comments from the citizens? Joanne?
Thank you, Mike. First of all, I wanted to come by and say thank you to the council for your support for the Louis Bluey Festival. We truly appreciate it. This is our 8th year. Wouldn't happen without your support, so we thank you very much. Also, we have the concert the night before. We'd like to invite all of you to come down and enjoy with Dale Ann Bradley and Steve Golly. It's a once-in-a-lifetime kind of a concert. It's not heard anyplace else. And we have it right here in Campbell County. I left a little flyer. It's just a page with each of you. I won't go into detail tonight, but I wanted to come by and ask you to give some thought to the possibility of allowing the Culture Coalition and some other organizations like the Artist Association and perhaps even the Downtown Merchants to occasionally use the post office for events. We were thinking along the lines, for instance, of a Christmas exhibit, if you will, of trees, and perhaps have a Santa Claus for the children with photographs and that sort of thing, perhaps even on the day of the parade after Mr. Bollinger's run in the city. But we'd like to ask you to think about it, and we'll come back and talk with you during the workshop if that's okay with all of you. But we just wanted to alert you that we're thinking about it. We haven't gone into a lot of detail until we get your permission to think about it a little bit more, put all of our plans into detail. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Joe. Thank you. Is there any more comments?
Good morning.
Virgil? You're a few hours late, but you're okay. Jean?
I have a request from the City Council. It's pertaining to the chickens. I have a request asking what exactly is the issue, because I have talked to my neighbors. We have not had any complaints, and you have no documentation of complaints. And in the beginning, it was brought up that it was because of predators, and then from the predator issue, it went into a complaint, a mysterious complaint that nobody claims. All I want from the City Council is a justifiable reason, because so far you guys have not provided that for me. You have not had any problems, especially since I've been here, and I have talked to my neighbors. They are on my property in a coop, And I don't know how one adult can tell another adult, a property owner, what the heck you can do with your own property. And that's all I want from the city council.
Okay, Gene, we're fixing to do an ordinance tonight on the chicken ordinance. Stan's not here to defend himself, but there was a complaint filed against your chickens from a neighbor.
That you cannot give me any proof of.
Now, I won't give you a name, no, ma'am, I won't.
But they won't tell me either,
No, they're your neighbors, they won't tell you to your face, but
so.
I'm telling you, to your face, there was a complaint.
Okay, but there's no documentation of that, that's what I'm saying. There's no documentation of that. And in the beginning, it wasn't. In the beginning, it was the predator. And then it was gonna bring the predators down from the mountain. So, and you would not even go in to change the ordinance till I brought it to your attention. Because according to the current ordinance, until tonight that you're gonna vote on, until tonight, the current ordinance, I was in compliance with, because I did what it asked. And I asked of you all, and you all said that you wouldn't do it, even though I was in compliance with the current ordinance. So even if when you do change it to the animal control officer, it still says, unless you're gonna change that too, that unless there's a problem with health. There's nothing that my chickens on my property, in a coop, on my property, that is gonna affect anybody's health.
I'm not a doctor, I don't know, I can't argue that case, you know what I'm saying? Do you wanna comment, Ruth?
Well, I mean, of course, changing of an ordinance is within your discretion. I take issue with you to say you're in compliance. You're not in compliance. The ordinance says that if you're within 1,000 feet of a residential structure, then they're not prohibited unless you do something about it. Now, I give you that you tried to do something about it, but this council never granted you any type of permit to put it there, period. So you're not in compliance, and I take issue with that as far as that goes.
You denied me a permit because the statement made to me was there is no permit to give you.
No, the statement was made to you is that there's not a health officer to do that, so it'd be the council to do that.
Mr. Faust said to me.
This council speaks
during
to this council, and I'll take issue with you that you're in compliance because you're not.
Okay.
And so, as far as the ordinance itself, it specifically says that you can't have chicken coops within 1,000 feet of a residence.
Unless you have a permit.
Unless you have a permit. So in the ordinance, and we all said it was outdated, and that's what they're doing tonight is to bring it up to date. And
because it ends up screwing me in the end because you all were wrong.
No, I don't think so at all. We're not trying
You
to
don't think that you were wrong?
target an individual. If you recall, there were many complaints, or when they took their poll, it was heavily
a poll that was
skewed.
very not even out there.
Well,
half of the people I talked to had no idea about it as best as I could to get it out there.
Well, that's your opinion,
That's your opinion also.
and that's well yours. So, and it's this council, it's their discretion on what to change, and they can change if they want to do it. But that's your
That's
discretion.
what happened tonight. Thank you, Chief. Is there any more comments? No, there being none, any announcements? Joe, you want to talk about the runs coming up December the 6th?
Just briefly, we've formed a little committee of several people. Mr. Baird is one of them, and some of the local runners, and we've met twice. We've come up with a date of December the 6th, that morning, the morning of the Christmas parade. Coordinated with the police chief that his officers will be on duty that day for the Christmas parade anyway. We're in the process of finalizing a route. We're hoping to start it on Tennessee Avenue out here as a starting point, go out to Central Avenue and up to the hospital and around to the old empty restaurant building there and back down Beach Street to a point, and hopefully back out to Central Avenue and let them come back the same route that they went up, all the way up to the top of the hill and back down to the new library, West Follett School, and end up at a finishing point back here on Tennessee Avenue. And we're planning on hopefully doing that at 9 o'clock in the morning, plenty of time to change over to Christmas parade that evening. We're working on some corporate sponsors. I haven't talked to you yet, Bob. I will. I have another commitment again this evening, which makes 5. And, it's coming together. And hopefully it'll come off. We're hoping to have 100 or more runners.
It wouldn't hurt us to run a little bit, Joe. Yeah.
How far is this?
Well, a 5K is 3.1 miles.
Can you do it?
Can I do 3.1? I can get there, but it might not be time.
I used to run for the good afternoon, Mom, back then.
Like I told you, I've not run since Vietnam. It's usually for a foxhole. Thanks, Joe. Is there anything else, any more announcements? Noted being none. Under administrations, number 1, class mileage and per diem for Joy Ellison on October the 1st is $109.20, and October the 21st, $109.20. What's your pleasure, council?
Move we approve.
Have a motion from Bobby, have a second.
Second.
Call the roll.
Mr. Bollinger?
Yes.
Mr. Fanning?
Yes.
Mr. Hatmaker?
Yes.
Ms. Thompson? Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 2, the ice skating ring. You have in your packet the recommendations from the TML pool. Is there any comments from council?
Mayor, I think that since the TML pool will not cover us on our insurance, and doesn't seem to want to sell us any additional insurance to cover it, I think it's senseless to try to move forward with it. That's my opinion.
I kind of agree with you, Joe, because, the way I read that thing, when that thing is loaded and heading this way, if something happened to us, we're responsible for it. If the truck breaks, we're still responsible for it. So I kind of agree with you.
Do we need a motion?
Yes, yes. Joe made the motion.
I second.
Second, call the roll, please.
Mr. Bollinger?
Yes.
Mr. Fanning?
Yes.
Mr. Hatmaker?
Pass.
Ms. Thompson? Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 3, infectious disease policy. We have an ordinance I got a letter here from Charles Hudson, I'll read it. It says, Charles Hudson, City of LaFollette, we can provide HB immunization for your employees by appointment. Current cost is $70.66 per vaccine. This immunization is a series of free vaccines. You can begin making appointments for your employees at your convenience. Employees need to be specific that they are employed by the City of LaFollette and making appointments. Our business hours are from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. We talked about this in the workshop. This is savings to the city of about $30 or $35. The health department would do it for $70.66, and that's a good deal. What's the council feel about it?
You've done item number 4 on 3 together?
Yeah.
Mayor?
Yeah.
I've read the policy over. I don't see any problem with it. And, I don't see any problem on the vaccination.
Should we do them separate though, because it's an ordinance?
The one, you probably should separate them because the infectious disease is an ordinance policy.
Okay, we'll go ahead and do number 4, Joe. On the payment for $70.
Okay.
You make a motion?
Yeah.
Okay. Have a second?
This is on number 4?
Yes.
I second.
Call the roll.
Mr. Bollinger?
Yes.
Mr. Fanning?
Yes.
Mr. Hatmaker?
Yes.
Ms. Thompson? Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 5, per diem for tourists.
Let's go back to number 3, because we didn't do that.
Okay, infectious disease
It's probably
policy.
going to be down to.
It's just at the bottom.
It's a bit.
Okay, it's the bottom, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right.
Reed just brought in. Let's go to number 5, per diem for Terry Sweat and Mike Stanfield for Sandra Yeager's grant workshop for $20 each. And is this Thursday in Harriman, right, Terry?
That's correct.
What's your pleasure, council?
Move to approve.
Have a motion to have a second. Call the roll.
Mr. Bollinger?
Yes.
Mr. Fanning?
Yes.
Mr. Hatmaker?
Yes.
Ms. Thompson? Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 6, reimbursement for Terry Sweat and Johnny Burge, $33.55. It's the Recreation Grant Workshop. What's your council?
Approve.
Have a second.
Approve it.
Call the roll.
Mr. Bollinger?
Yes.
Mr. Fanning?
Yes.
Mr. Hatmaker?
Yes.
Ms. Thompson? Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 7, it's the administrator's position. We talked about it a little bit in the workshop. What's the pleasure, council?
I think I'll make a motion, we go ahead and advertise for a new city administrator deadline, cutoff deadline noon, September 26th. What is the 26th, Joey?
Saturday.
It's due to 25th, okay?
25th
Uh-huh.
September.
And just minimum requirements and advertising, where you've been advertising, Joey?
Okay.
Okay.
Have a motion by Bob, to have a second.
You think that's enough time to advertise,
We can go to October 15th if you want to, it's fine with me. Give them 45 days. October 10th, we could probably interview everybody and hire somebody by November 1st. Yeah, I'll change it, let me amend that to going to October the 10th, okay? That gives us 30 or 40 days.
So you mean your September 25th, Bob?
To October 10th.
October 10th. I have a motion by Bob to October 10th, advertise for city administrator. Have a second.
I'll second that.
Have a second. Call roll, please.
Mr. Bollinger,
Yes.
Mr. Fainan,
Yes.
Mr. Hatmaker,
Yes.
Ms. Thompson. Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 8, abandonment of right-of-way on North Massachusetts Avenue. We talked about it in the planning commission meeting. Joe, you want to elaborate on it a little bit?
I don't have that paperwork in front of me there. I probably got it in my package here.
Joe, I know a little bit about it. You want me
Yeah.
to talk? This was an abandonment of a right-of-way that actually council has already done. And one thing that we left out, I think it was Melvin Henson came to us, or somebody.
It was, Mr. Henson.
Was that who it was? The right-of-way in that area was too wide. It was 100 and something feet.
It's a 100-foot right-of-way.
Exactly. And so some of the houses on about maybe a 100-foot strip there are built into the right-of-way. And so when we abandoned it 10 years ago, whenever it happened, we probably should put language in that they would provide us with a survey to show what actually will be deemed back to them. And I think what we need to do tonight is just ratify that abandonment and put in there that the property owners have to provide us with a survey to show exactly what will be deemed back over to them.
If I'm not mistaken, over half our houses in the street. Is it right?
All of it is.
All of it's your
Yeah,
street.
There's 2 of them that are wholly into the city right away. And we don't need the property, it won't affect the right of way. There's plenty of right of way there for us.
But
We
we're
can
just-
grow into.
We're just dealing with that one piece of property now, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, I think if we originally asked them to do that, I think only one person.
Only one person did. I don't think we got into the minutes. If we'll just get it in the minutes tonight, that way we would have to clean it up.
Okay, you've heard Reed's recommendation. What's the pleasure of the council?
So move, Mayor.
I have a motion by Bob, to have a second.
Second.
Call roll.
Mr. Bollinger,
Yes.
Mr. Fainan,
Yes.
Mr. Hatmaker,
Yes.
Ms. Thompson. Yes.
Motion carries. Under Recreation Department, the city match grant of $128,000. We have to match it, be $128,000 for the city and have to have fund balance. That's right, correct, Terry?
That would be correct.
Johnny, you want to talk about that a little bit?
Basically, the grant's for conversion of the tennis court into a skate park. Remove the old structure that's in the back, the Sergeant Park, and replace with a new structure.
But the money can just be used, Johnny, on those 2 parks, right? Sergeant Park and Liberty Park.
Yes.
Okay.
That's $123,000 plus $5,000 in kind.
Yes.
Is that money available, Terry?
It would come out of fund balance out of the cash account.
It's not in the budget?
No, it's
No.
not.
But in the budget was X amount of dollars to build a skate park, correct?
There was, I think 20-some thousand,
28,000.
27, 28, 20-some thousand that was allocated out of that 300 that was left that you
If
got.
we spent $128,000, we get a free $128,000, correct?
Right.
Right.
Correct. Yeah, but you do have that 20-some thousand that you not used.
So
Yes.
you're talking about $5,000 in kind minus another $20,000.
Problem, yes. And like I said, if you want to approve that, because they're starting the environmental review on it, which is the first thing you've got to do. But I did not do a resolution till later because I don't have the budget for the line items. There'll probably be administration and some engineering on it. It will be spread through about 3 or 4 line items.
Mayor, I move to approve.
I second.
Motion to call roll, Joy.
Mr. Bollinger?
Yes.
Mr. Baines?
Yes.
Mr. Hatmaker?
Yes.
Ms. Thompson? Yes.
Motion carries. Under Public Works Department, item number 1, hiring Adams Hudson, full-time, currently part-time, with benefits effective September 6, 2014, effective salary $21,008. Jim, you want to comment on Adam?
Adams has done us a great job. We need him full-time, and he's, y'all met him before. He's doing us a great job, and I recommend bringing him full-time.
I believe Adam's a good boy. It seemed like me and his dad worked garbage back in the 70s, didn't we, Charlie?
Yes, we did.
He's
He's a fine young man.
got good parents. Thank you, Jim.
The money's in your budget, isn't it?
Yeah, sure did.
We have a motion.
Make a motion to hire Adam Hudson.
Have a motion by Bob, to have a second.
Second.
Call roll, please.
Mr. Bollinger?
Yes.
Mr. Baines?
Yes.
Mr. Hatmaker?
Yes.
Ms. Thompson? Yes.
Motion carries. Under Fire Department, Gary has struck it from the agenda till next month. Under Police Department, item number 1, promoting Brian Tiller from sergeant to staff sergeant with a $1,500 increase effective September 6, 2014. Total salary is $31,520. What's the pleasure, council?
Make a motion to approve.
Have a motion by Bob, to have a second.
Second.
Have a second by Hanson. Call roll, please.
Mr. Bollinger?
I somewhat, probably not, have a conflict. He is my nephew, but I think under the new policy, I probably don't, but I will state a conflict,
He won't hold it against you, Joe.
and I vote yes.
Mr. Baines?
Yes.
Mr. Hatmaker?
Yes.
Ms. Thompson? Yes.
Motion carries.
You told me you didn't claim me, Joe.
He told me the same thing, I don't want to say it. Congratulations, Brian.
He quit climbing me after I didn't get him anything for his last birthday.
You didn't leave him in inheritance. You spent it all.
Yeah, but that was 45 years ago. Yeah. Okay, under ordinance and resolutions. Item number 1, resolutions 2014-07. Resolutions providing the lieu tax payments from Lafayette Utilities. You have a copy of it in your packet. Read, you want to read this thing? Make Terry happy, like your money.
You read it, you right now?
Sure.
Whereas Chapter 84 of the Public Acts of 1987 State of Tennessee provides for payment in lieu of taxes, property operations, electric systems owned and operated by incorporated cities. Whereas that act sets out the amount to be paid for each fiscal year to each taxing jurisdiction. Whereas the City Council's consultant said the serving body of Lafayette Utilities in terms of payment in lieu of taxes for the fiscal year of June 30, 2015 shall be $1.426 million. Therefore, it be resolved pursuant to Chapter 84 Public Acts of the State of Tennessee 1987, tax equivalent payments for the fiscal year ending June 30, 2015 shall be the sum of $1,426,000, shall be distributed to each taxing jurisdictions as follows: Campbell County, $276,644; Claiborne County, $39,928; Union County, $4,278; City of Follett, $1,105,150, for a total of $1,426,000.
Did you see how big Terry's eyes got when you said 1 million? We got money, Terry. What's your pleasure, council?
Make a motion to approve.
I have a motion, have a second.
Second.
Call the roll, please.
Mr. Bollinger?
I'd like to state a conflict, work for the Lafayette Utilities. It's good to have money coming this way. I vote yes.
Mr. Baines?
Yes.
Mr. Hatmaker?
Yes.
Ms. Thompson? Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 2, resolutions 2014-08. Resolution authorizing the insurance of general obligation bonds of the City of Lafayette, Tennessee. This is for Kenny Beard Utilities. What's your pleasure, council?
Make a motion to approve.
Have a motion by Bob, to have a second.
Mayor, I have a conflict, and I'll second that motion. I work for the Lafayette Utilities.
Have a second by Joe. Call the roll, please.
Mr. Bollinger?
Yes.
Mr. Baines?
Yes.
Mr. Hatmaker?
Yes.
Ms. Thompson? Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 3, resolutions 2014-09. Resolution authorizing the insurance of not to exceed $16,750,000 general obligation bonds of the City of Lafayette, Tennessee. What's your pleasure?
Make a motion to approve resolution 2014-09.
Have a motion by Bobby, have a second.
Make a second.
Call the roll, please.
Mr. Bollinger,
Again, I have a conflict. I work for the following utilities. I vote yes.
Mr. Fainan.
Yes.
Mr. Hatmaker.
Yes.
Ms. Thompson. Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 4, resolutions 2014-010, resolution for a recycling grant. We have a copy of your packet.
Make a motion to approve, Mayor.
Have a motion by Joe, have a second.
Second.
Have a motion second, call the roll, please.
Mr. Bollinger.
Yes.
Mr. Fainan.
Yes.
Mr. Hatmaker.
Yes.
Ms. Thompson. Yes.
Motion carries. Okay, this is ordinance 2014-03, ordinance to amend the following municipal code in Title 10, Animal Control. Reed, you want
Just touching on what Jim had, at the workshop had mentioned something about our containers and that people, our residents weren't putting out trash bags, I believe, Jim, is that correct? We dug up our current code, and then we already have a code section that requires containers only, and that if they're not proper, we can put them on notice and actually discontinue service until they actually come in compliance. So Jim, I'll get with you about that. We already have the code, it's already in place. We really don't have to do anything, so we're okay, and I'll get with you, and I'll get you a copy of the code. You can, if anybody's violating that, you can just put a notice on their door and give them so much time to come in compliance, but I'll get with you.
Is this ordinance 2014-03 that we're talking about?
That's what Reed's talking about.
Yeah. We originally, in the workshop, talked about amending it, we don't need to. Oh, it's good as is, so we don't have to do any pass over. We don't have to do anything.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I didn't do the recycle rate yet. I did?
We did the recycle.
I did. Okay, number 6, ordinance 2014-05. That's infectious disease. Reed, you want to talk about this?
This is the, Mr. Hudson had recommended that we adopt a policy for infectious disease policy for the city. I've attached it to the ordinance. It's the same thing we talked about in the workshop. I did put one little line in there that if any other departments had their own policy inside their SOPs, that they could continue to use those. Basically, it's for any departments that don't have something in place. So that's what this policy is, adopting that.
Okay. May I have a motion?
Second.
A motion, call roll, please.
Mr. Bollinger.
Yes.
Mr. Fainan.
Yes.
Mr. Hatmaker.
Yes.
Ms. Thompson. Yes.
Motion carries.
Mayor, may I speak before you close the meeting?
Sure, Verdi.
The city administrator position, is it going to be filled before the election or after?
Could be, right age. You planning on applying?
I was going to see maybe I got elected if I had to have a part in it, so I was hoping you'd wait till after.
Well, I wish you best of luck, Orange.
I'll be there.
Being no further business, this meeting is adjourned.
Call the order of the Beer Board. Telephone, please.
Chairman Bollinger.
Here.
Mr. Fainan.
Here.
Mr. Hatmaker.
Here.
Mayor Stanfield.
Here.
Ms. Thompson. Here.
We do have one application under the name of Stone Cold Sales Pub and Grill, Mr. James Seaver. Chief,
Yes.
you there, James?
Everything's in order with it.
Everything's in order?
Yes, sir.
I'll make a motion, Joe.
Got a motion?
Second.
Got a motion second. Call the roll.
Mr. Fainan.
Yes.
Mr. Hatmaker.
Yes.
Mayor Stanfield.
Yes.
Ms. Thompson. Yes.
Motion carried. Then no further business. Entertained motion.
Motion made.